Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is Sristari Silverfur and we are currently taking part in the Moogle Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Allegory, which runs from July the 8th, 2025 through to the release of patch 7.3, whenever that is. So last episode I went through what you do for it to join it. I'll just run very quickly. If you're new to Moogle Treasure Trove Hunts, you'll want to go and talk to the Moogle in your city, in your main capital city. That's this one here, the Itinerant Moogle. If you haven't already got your Moogle Compendium, then you will be able to get your Moogle Compendium from him. However, let's go back over to here. If you already have your Moogle Compendium from him, let's just switch 3 around there. We will go into our duty. We will go to Collection. We will select our Mogpendium. Now, you guys won't often see Sri. I've only actually got her running because I wanted to see all of the things that were available to a character of her level. So at the moment she's a level 91 Paladin. I don't think I unlock anything more if I switch. Let's just switch her up to her White Mage class, which is level 100. Yeah. That didn't really open anything else up, did it? Oh no, a few of these. Okay. So you've got all of these as well. So you've got some PvP, we've got some raids, some dungeons, some ocean fishing, and so on. Now, if you haven't done a Moogle Treasure Trove before, and apologies if you watched last episode and we went through this, we'll go through it again. You have a bunch of objectives every week. The standard objectives are done repeatedly throughout the event. Alright, and they don't stop. You can do them over and over again and you will earn a certain number of tomestones of Allegory for each one there. They're worth different levels. Ocean fishing is good. We'll go and jump into that in a minute. You have weekly objectives which you only have a week to complete. So we have the Dead Ends, which is a... let's not guess. Let's just go into our duty finder. Duty finder, and it's a dungeon. It's not a Realms Reborn dungeon. I think it's an Endwalker dungeon. Yeah, so the Dead Ends is an Endwalker dungeon. You need to be level 90. I think you have a gear requirement as well on that one. Yep, all items will be adjusted to the level indicated. There you go. Here we are. Average item level is 540 that you need. Average item level sync is 570. Alright, so that is this week's challenge for Sri. Okay, if you have a different character, you may have a different weekly objective. So that would be why not everyone is piling into the same dungeon at the same time. That's probably why it's been done. Minimog challenges are weekly as well. So we have society quests. Complete any society daily quest 6 times. We'll go and do some of those in a minute. Fishing. Catch a Chirurgeon. Now I did look this up because I had no idea. If you're looking for a fish that you already have, you go Y. Or if you want to see if it's a fish you already have, you go Y to get into your fishing log. You duck down here to the little book icon, the fish guide. You go to your search and you go CHIRURGEON or whatever fish it is you need to catch. And if you've caught it before, it'll pop up here. In our case, we haven't caught it before and I just have to look it up. We have done a little bit of fishing. We've caught some odds and sods, so that's pretty good. I'm actually going to go down to the fishing side because we have ocean fishing as a standard objective and you get 5 to 10 tomestones for it. Okay, so we're going to go and see if we can line up for that one. And then we're going to have a look at some of these other challenges. We might go and catch a Chirurgeon. I happen to know from my research online that it is in the vein, which is in... Now I'm going to have to look it up again. Which is in... Central Shroud by the water wheel at Bentbranch is where one person caught it. The vein right outside Bentbranch Meadows. It sounds like it's a fish that you could catch. It does say level 50, but it does sound like a fish that you could catch at most levels. Let's toddle on down. Speaking of fishing, let's go for a bit of a run. Let's get that. I'm actually going to change back into my Paladin because But that's the one we're trying to level. Our white mage is already 100. I should probably try that new duty with my white mage, and see if the level makes any difference. Or the familiarity with the class. That's the other thing too, because I'm not actually too familiar with my paladin yet. Oh dear. How did I get to level 91, you ask? Well, there's a lot of questing, fates, levs, and so forth involved. Welcome to the Endeavour. Will you be boarding the ship? Okay, no longer accepting crew members. Recruitment will start again in 1 hour and 11 minutes. Probably next episode, guys, for that one, because I'm actually going to record a few episodes back to back today. So there we go. I just have to remember. It also means we've just missed it because the ship leaves every 2 hours. So 1 hour and 11 minutes means I did miss the call for the ship. So that's fine. Let us wander. Well, I don't need to wander that far. What am I doing? I know, let's just use that as backdrop. It's nice and quiet in here. Today it's quiet. It's usually quite busy. Also, we're down the other end. Now, we have got... Okay. Back into our Mogpendium. So what I did last episode was I went and explored the Ultimog challenge. Now, this objective can only be completed once per event, and irregular tomestones can be claimed from the Mogpendium upon completion. I'm pretty excited about it because it unlocks an area that I don't know and I've never tried before. You have to be level 90. You have to be in Old Charlayan, so you have to have finished the Endwalker quest. You need to go down to the little area at the docks where the, looks like Lev Mets are gathered and the Huntmaster is. And you need to speak to Ormond. Ormond will give you not a key to the past, but the adventure the quest just prior to it. So you complete that quest and then you'll get to speak to Shallow, who I forgot the rest of her name. And she will give you 3 quests, and a key to the past is one of them. And that will unlock this particular activity, which is a... what do they call it again? A variant and conditional dungeon. So it will unlock the Sil'dihn Subterrane. Item level 628 is what I was actually running through with my tank at. I think I can change the action, the duty, so we'll have a look at that another time. So that one's going to be a bit tricky for me to do. I'm actually thinking I need to do that as part of my as part of a group. Yes, and because I'm not familiar with the dungeon or with the role, we might actually run might run our white mage through it, even though she's level 100 and I don't really want to. Alrighty, let's try that again. So I guess for this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go for the V&C Dungeon Finder. We're going to register for the Sil'dihn Subterrane. We're going to, not enter it as a solo player. How do I do this? Do I do that? Ah, there we go. Enable party matching. Alright, so now we've registered for the Ultimog challenge. I don't know how many other players will be doing it. It's a fair way through the thing. So we've got that registered. I could be surprised. Minimog challenges, let's go fishing. I'm going to have to remember to change back to my white mage. I'm going to be like, what class was I? We're going to go fishing. We're going to go hunt a Chirurgeon. We need to go to Bentbranch Meadows. Alrighty. I'm going to get that out of the way. So I need to kind of maybe be a fisherman. There we go. Happy little fisherman. Alright. Off to Bentbranch Meadows, which as you all know is in the Black Shroud. And it is Central Shroud. Let's go there. So they say we can find this Chirurgeon at level 50 in Bentbranch Meadows. Pretty sure it said 50. Let's just go Mogpendium again. There's no quick way to quick key into that, is there? No. Except to have that up there, which is actually not that annoying. Okay. Minimog challenges. Fishing. Fishing level 50. Catch a Chirurgeon. It doesn't take you long to get to level 50, but you probably have to pay attention to your gear. I haven't looked to see what sort of gear these guys require. I should probably look and make sure I've got bait. Bait is a good idea, right? Okay, I have some bait. What have I got? Fruit worms, live shrimp, glowworms. I don't have any low-level baits on me. I think I went nuts and sold it because my backpack is really full of gear chests that I'm not sure I want to get rid of yet. Steel jigs, pill bugs. I do have a versatile lure. We could try that. What I might try is I might just have a look at some of the... Oh, I could sell those too. Alright. Let's see what the bait seller in this area sells. I think we find them. There's the lady. Where are the stairs? I always have trouble finding the stairs. They blend in really well here. I don't know what weather, if there's a weather requirement. We're going to look for the merchant. Actually, I haven't repaired my gear from dying several times in that dungeon, so perhaps I should do that before I go anywhere, because I'll be no good to anyone if it breaks and doesn't help me. Rightio, let's do repair gear first. Oh, it's not too badly done. Rightio. Purchase items. What does he sell? He sells saltwater boilies, freshwater boilies, bloodworms. Well, alright. I'm just going to make my life a little easier. It's going to fill up a space in my backpack anyway. I wonder if I can give that to my my retainer. Here, look after my bait for me. Yes, madam. Alrighty, let's see if any of that bait will help. I think the advice was... Actually, oh, moth pupae. I don't think I have any of that. That's a good point. It's level 50 fish. We probably do need a level 50 bait. Freshwater niche, bloodworm, saltwater. Let's just... No, we're not fishing with combustible fuel. What sort of fisherman do you think I am? Alrighty, let's just make sure that we... Someone said there's a merchant. And we'll see what that other merchant has. I know, learning this part of the game, my gosh, I should be ashamed of myself at this part of the game. Not really. We don't spend a lot of time in each of the areas, so one of the nice things about the Moogle treasure thing... I suppose I should also find a river. That would be a good idea. One of the good things about the Moogle Treasure Trove, now I need to find a body of water to fish in. There's one down here, right near Bentbranch. We could go down there. Let's do that. And then there's the vein up here, which someone said was a good spot. So, actually that is the vein. Let's go there. Alright. So basically, one of the good things about the Moogle Treasure Trove, am I headed in the right direction? Yes. Is that you find... Audrey, what are you? All sorts of things that you didn't find on your way when you're advancing through. As much as I enjoy reminding adventurers of their ignorance of our ways, I'm afraid our stock of supplies requires my attention. It takes more than just geese or greens and whistles to raise Jacobo, you know? Well, someone doesn't like me. That's okay. I'm used to that. Well, it is a body of water. Why don't we toddle over this way? Oh no, don't do this at too low a level. Alright, we got this. Whoops. Are you stuck? No, not yet. I'm working on it though. Parkour! Not my strong point. There we go. Alright. Let's see what... Actually, you know, I don't know if we've fished here before. Maybe I should just go and fish on the rock. There we are. I know, I got up and now I'm getting down again. See what sort of fish like paddle wheels. Right. Well, if we can fish here, we can chum here. Unable to fish, no baits being specified. You've got a good point. How dare you. Oh, I already have some moth pupae. Let's have some of that then. Oh, don't even. Right. Can I chum? Control 1. I can chum, therefore I can fish. Let's put a light on the end of our rod with 5. And, see. No, she puts it away. You evil being. Chum. I know. Light. I can't see if it's on. If I move it, she'll have a hissy fit. Let's fish with patience because we can. Let's cast our rod because we can't catch anything without it. There's my light on the end of my fishing rod. That will help. I've got to remember I'm using Control 3 and Control 4 depending on what bite I get. Control 3 is for strong, Control 4 is for weak. So that's 2 exclamation marks in the red or 4 or none in the green. I can mooch with a striped goby. Let's do that. You never know what you're going to catch. I can still use my patience because it's still running. That's pretty good. Or my impatience, as the case may be. Right, let's see what we catch. We're after the red crayfish thing. Chirurgeon. A eunuch crayfish. That's not what we're after. Can I mooch with that? It's large. No. Well, I guess we're just going to cast our line again and see what we can catch. A eunuch crayfish. I don't think I've ever caught one of those. Rightio. And I'm reading in my text box just to make sure that I've fished in this fishing hole before. I think it was a new one for me. Oh no, it wasn't a new one. There we go. Alrighty, what was that? That was I can't mooch with it. Let's fish again. I don't know if there's more than one crayfish in here. Okay, this is without patience. Can we catch anything? We do have a pretty good set of stats. We've been upgrading our collecting gear using... Ooh, well, let us fish with that thing. Mooch with it. We're mooching. So double wheeling. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is that? Alright, so we're not using any sort of ability here. We're just fishing straight. And we have caught a Chirurgeon. Moogle Treasure Trove objective is completed. Claim your tomestones from the Mogpendium. Alright, so we go forward, pack our fishing gear away. Because there is no compendium or anything if you don't do that. Go into collection, go into Mogpendium, and okay, we're going to Minimog challenge, which now has this convenient little chest to tell you where to go. So that is one weekly quest done. We can claim our rewards for that. You receive 10 irregular tomestones of Allegory. Your Minimog challenge rewards for the week have been claimed. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I've got this one I can do as well. Let's have a look at our society quest. Complete any society daily quest 6 times. What society have I unlocked? Well, the easy way to do this, I think, if I remember rightly, is go into character. Go to, no, not character, go into duty, I'm sorry. Duty, go to timers. And in timers, you should have Allied Society daily quests. Okay, all it tells me is I have 12. I know I have the ECAT or 9 delivery quests. Alright. I know. I'm going to change to my paladin. Okay. Wow, that's a big hit point hit. I need to get my fisherman up. What is my fisherman? Go see. Okay, so my paladin is 91 and my fisherman is 89. And that's a big chunk of hit points that we change each time. Alright. Oh, I like the paladin costume this time. This is the augmented lunar envoy set. And credendum as well. Alrighty. Well, let's take our paladin to do an Allied Society quest. The one that springs to mind, we have the we're in the Bentbranch Meadows area, the Black Shroud. So we could go to Central, not Central Shroud, Eastern. I think it's Eastern Shroud, where we have the Sylph quests, which are always kind of fun and just a tad challenging. Or we could go out to Little Alamigo and we could do the other quests out there, the lizard quests. They're not lizard quests. What are they? You guys know what it is. All right, let's go to Hawthorne Hut because it's going to cost us less for teleporting. I think I've spent about 7 grand in teleports today. That's okay. Alrighty, let's do our weekly. Let's go. we're looking for the Sylphs. I can't remember if I turn left or right, so maybe I should check my map. Sylphs are over here. Okay, let's go that way. Imperial Intruders. Maybe I have one of these already. Where's my bird? Here, bird. I do have other mounts. I just, you know, make sure I'm flying in the right direction. Go this way. All right. I know it's nighttime. It's all dark. It's just as hard for me to see. Let's wander up this way. Night doesn't last forever, though. Okay. So in Little Solace, once you've unlocked the Sylph quests, we can do some society. So we need to do, how many did that Mogpendium tell us? 6, I think, wasn't it? Okay. Weekly Minimog challenges. It does say complete though, but we'll do 6 of these. So can I do 2 or is it one or the other? Maybe it was one or the other. We'll find out in a minute. These challenges can be completed once per week by completing one of the 2 objectives. So we don't need to do our society quests because we have done all the objectives. Alright, so now we have to wait until the 15th, which is in 6 days time for me. Alrighty, weekly objectives then. Well, the dead ends. Well, let's just jump into... Now, I don't think it's going to let me use Duty Finder and Dungeon Finder at the same time. Let's find out the hard way. The dead ends is an Endwalker. It's here. This is our weekly challenge. Yeah, it is not going to... Now, my guess is it's going to take me a while to get a VC thingamy. What's it? It does say 13 minutes. But it has been 30 minutes. So, alright, let's go into here and we're going to... Can I withdraw from duty? How do I withdraw from the duty? Uh-oh. Alright, I think I'm out of it now. No, I'm not. I know, how do I withdraw from it? Here we go. Withdraw. So you right click on it and you can withdraw from there. That's it. Alright, Duty Finder. What did we want? When did we want it? We wanted the dead ends. Let's click on that. There we go. And we'll join that. That says about 5 minutes wait time. Let's see how it goes. What other activities are we going to do while we're waiting? We could just actually do a bunch of these. I think I've got a quest for the copied factory, don't I? Let's have a look for that. The copied factory is... Or I may have done it already. We'll find out. Call Bismarck. All of these are quests that require me to do a dungeon that not a lot of people do. So it's a little bit annoying. The Crystal from Beyond. Well, let's go and complete that quest while we're waiting. Okay, as you approach the portal in the oculate, it responds to the crystal in your hand. You step past the threshold and are soon overcome by blinding light. And when you open your eyes, you find yourself in Elpis with a massive headache. Next to you is a youth with striking features lying on the ground as if he's been knocked down by some unknown force. How odd. Though your arrival seems to have surprised him, particularly in its trajectory, his demeanour suggests that he's eager to make your acquaintance. As you stroll through the Archon's design, you are hailed by a Lullafellan researcher who introduces herself as Nimajit. Tasked with the study of ethereal sea, she explains they have recently discovered a crystal of unknown nature and asks that you take a look in the hopes that you have seen such a thing in your journeys. Nemjiji takes her leave and asks that you come to Claudian's laboratory in Aporia at your soonest convenience. Claudian introduces himself and quickly moves to the matter of the crystal found during a routine observation during the time the Exodus was declared. You recognize it immediately as one of the Ancients' design, and at a touch it reveals to you a warning and a plea that you come to Pandemonium, which remains shrouded in mystery. It is plain that said location is not of this time. Thus does Claudian ask that you return to the past and seek the one to whom the crystal once belonged. Right, and then we get up to the part we're at, which is, as you approach the portal in the ocular, it responds to the crystal in your hand. You step past the threshold and are soon overcome by a blinding light. And when you open your eyes, you find yourself in Elpis with a massive headache. And he seems to be eager to make my acquaintance. Well, let's go and chat with him then. There are so many. I left a lot of quests here so that as the characters coming in behind, or the jobs coming in behind the 2 that I've leveled so far, will need quests in order to level. So if I don't want to spend 9,000 hours in a dungeon, which, while appealing, I do like a little bit of variety, and I do like to be able to explore some story. Oh no, he's going to let me jump that. Now, is this an area where monsters will attack me because I'm not scary enough? 86, yes it is. So, general rule of thumb, if you're 10 levels or more higher than the monsters in the area, you will tend to be able to run through it without having a care in the world. But if you're under 10 levels higher than the monsters in the area, they may decide that you look like the perfect snack. I don't wish to be a snack, so I'm going to be a chicken instead, which I know would make a great snack. But we're going to head on over to we're going to head on over here. Alrighty. I spend an inordinate amount of time watching Sristari's back as she runs through the countryside. The countryside, by the way, is gorgeous. Look at it. It's absolutely pretty. It's even in this weather, which is foggy. Foggy? Cloudy. Well. Themis! Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I'm not one of Elpis's observers. Rather, I'm come here on assignment, which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I must wonder what brought you here, for it is plain that you do not belong here, or any place I know for that matter. I'm Azem's familiar. Might be the wrong answer. Let's find out. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend had such a unique familiar at her disposal. Your friend, huh? I know, Sri. If you're here at Azem's behest, then I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You're here to investigate Pandemonium, yes? Maybe? How did you know? If so, we may be able to help one another, but first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? That's a fair question. Well, you see, there was this tower and this Lalafell. I should have expected a tall story. I see. I believe that dispels any major doubts I had concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we all have secrets we must keep. However, if I may, I would very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours. Fine. You know, for an adventurer who's seen everything she's seen, I think she's just somewhat naive. Trusting. Fascinating. While I cannot say much as to what it contains, it's clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss in Pandemonium. Wow, that's very perceptive. So this was another of my little blue quests that I picked up. Because I pick them all up, if I can. The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creatures that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandemonium ceased. Oh dear. I'm here as representative of an organization that works directly with the Convocation and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Like his eyes. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next? And here I was hoping to to diminish my quest log. Well, options: Heaven's Eye for direct hit rate, critical hit, or determination. Just go with direct hit rate, because the more I hit something, the more chance I have of damaging it. Maybe. Alright, during the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by speaking with Mylani in Aporia or Diol at Radzat Han. Right, so this unlocks something then. I guess, although it's going to lead to another cutscene. Mind you, we've been waiting about 8 minutes. I don't know if anything is going to happen. What we should be doing too, instead of just waiting for our weeklies, if you want to really maximize your time doing the Mog quests, just grab our Mogpendium again. At the moment I'm focusing on just trying to get the weeklies done, but if not a lot of people are on, that's going to be hard. So one of the things we can do, apart from trying to do solo dungeons that are pretty difficult, one of the things we can do is, instead of just opting into one, right, we can also opt into the dungeons for these. So let's see if we can do that. Okay. I know. Let's withdraw from that. Okay. We're going to leave the dead ends in just in case it does pop. But we're going to go into something that a lot more people are going to be doing. So we can start with, I really hate Cutter's Cry, but we'll do. Oh, actually, let's have a look and see what they're worth, shall we? Alrighty. So you can choose. There, see, there's a gate. That's actually a thing from the Golden Saucer we could be doing too. They'll come up at every level. Alright. Praetorium is worth 7 tomestones. Castrum Meridium is worth 4. Those are both quite long. The containment bays are worth quite a bit. Copied Factory is worth even more. The Dead Ends is worth 4, and so on. So the lower you go, the lower level you go for your tomestones. Oh, sorry, for your dungeons, is the less tomestones. So Auron Vale, which I also dislike, because it's really hard on healers, is also there. Alright. I know, what am I doing? I think rather than... Okay, so we're not in anything yet. Yeah, let's clear our selection. I know, chicken. Oh, and joining as a paladin too, we had a long wait. We could use it as a leveling opportunity too for some of her lower classes. So you pick our lowest class and just run with it. So ninja. I don't want to do Dark Knight because it's a tank and I don't know the class at all. Machinist, don't know it at all. Black Mage, I know a little bit. I know the Thaumaturge basics. Haven't played it for a while though. Dragoon. What class should we bring up next? I mean, the next class, next highest class. Unless we're level 80 in here somewhere. Is the Viper. And I've not done anything with Viper. I know. I'm really tempted at this point to just try and do that big dungeon. Well, let's grab our healer. Let's grab our duty finder. We'll jump back in as a healer. And I will just stick to the one dungeon until we've done the weeklies, and then we'll get a little bit better. So the dead ends is the one we're after, so we'll join that. We'll join that. There we go. Alright, now that that's sorted, we'll jump back to being our paladin. And we'll just stay there. It says 5 minutes, but I have a feeling that that's going to be longer. Alright. I know, I want to pick up this next quest from Thema, so I might just leave it for now. And we'll have a look. And I think we're going to go to the Gold Saucer for our gate, is our next thing. So that's one we can repeat over and over again, like our fishing. That's the wrong button. I know, I get a little disoriented with this Mogpendium stuff. Usually what I do is I continue with my main story questing, and then just I get interrupted as I go. Ulda. And Gold Saucer. Radio. Right. Now we're going to go to Round Square. Round Square is usually where there are events, so we are going to go to the Ethernet and Round Square. It doesn't look like there's anything on at the moment though. No, so there's no gates. So a gate is basically a Gold Saucer fate. So a small event, small mini-game event that happens. Usually it's jumping and parkour, which I'm astoundingly bad at. Let's have a look and see what else is on in here. Okay, we can play some games. Actually, do I have a card I need to get rid of? Okay, while we're here, let's zip over to here. Because I need to sell a card that I've already registered. Because that's just the best way to get rid of it. Entrance and card squares. There we go. I know, the music. The music. So bad. So loud. No, it's not bad. It's just so loud and persistent. Alrighty. We are going to go and talk to this lady here, the Triple Triad Trader. We're going to sell cards for MGP. So if you've got spare cards, this is how we get rid of it. Common card, you can check if it's obtained or registered, and then we're just going to sell that. Boom. I suppose, while we're here waiting for this dungeon to pop, I know, I did take quite a gold hit. Actually, I got a little bit back by the look of that. We're going to go into our logs. We're going to go down to a challenge log, because I think it popped last night. Yes, we have 154 hours and 39 minutes remaining. So that means we can do dungeons by dungeon roulette, we can do guild hests, we can go out with our Chocobo or whatever companion we have and defeat 100 enemies comparable to our own level with it, and complete and mark off 3 wondrous tales. I think I may have overshot my wondrous tales. Let's use that. Deadline. Oh no, is the 15th of the 7th. Alright, so we haven't run out of wondrous tales, so we can do a little bit of that too later. But the reason I'm so fascinated by the challenge log is this. You get gold rewards for each time you complete something, and you get huge XP rewards for each time you complete something. Well, okay, in some cases it's not a huge XP reward. For instance, on your island you just get some Seafarer's cowries. Gold Saucer, you just get MGP. Retainers, ooh, we should go and send those off on another venture. Grand Company, so you've got your supply and provisioning missions and so on and so forth. Allied Society quests, we could go and do that anyway. That's not a bad idea. Treasure Hunt, gathering maps and opening maps, crafting and gathering. That gets you quite a nice reward for whatever craft you're using. And so on. Catch of the day, so for fishing, see look, we've caught 3 fish. 3 large fish and 5 fish in total, so we can do a little bit of that. Spearfishing, that I'm getting the hang of it now because I'm doing these custom deliveries. Oh, it's so good. We have to do some of those. We have lev quests, so you do 5 different lev quests with different lev plates. We have fates, also getting the highest rating possible. PvP, I haven't done a lot of that, and I'm really not sure of what I'm doing in it. And so on. But seeing as we're here in the gold saucer, oh, now the reason you want to do even these ones is you go over to complete. When you complete a set of challenges, so 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 30, you get gold rewards. So you can earn up to 55,000 gold on top of whatever else you earn, on top of the XP you earn just for doing the activity. So that's that. What's that got to do with the Moogle Treasure Trove? Well, in between doing events for Moogle Treasure Trove, you can be doing other things with your character, and that's precisely what we're going to do. Although I could just stand around and wait, I suppose. Now, while we're here, let's go and do, what is it? We can't do Chocobo racing because we're in Duty Finder, and they kind of conflict. What else can we do? Let's have a look. Challenge log. Okay, Duty Finder. Are there any gold saucer activities in Duty Finder? I think we went through this last episode, and so there were no Duty Finder activities this week for the gold saucer in our Duty Finder. Radio. Okay, which leaves us with the following activities we can knock over. Up for a challenge. No, not that. Gold saucer. 3 mini games, earn 100 GP. Participating in the gates is a bit haphazard, but I guess while we're here, we could wait for it. So let's go find a mini game. Actually, I think the one that I know that I can actually reliably win enough at is down in Chocobo Square. Don't ask me why I can't do the others when they're precisely the same mechanics, but this one just seems to appeal to my head more. Alright, into Chocobo Square, marked by the big golden Chocobo. Let's do, I would say 3 games of Kuffer but it's probably going to take me 10 games in order to win the 100 GP. So, let's go. So you go yes, and then you get ready for the button, and the goal is to get it as close to this as you can. Which is not as easy as I just made it look. Hey, we might get away with 4 games of it if I can do that every time. Alright, let's do it again. That's 1. 2. I'm not usually this good, I promise. Usually it takes me quite much longer. Maybe my eyes in. Oops. 3. That will get us 1 challenge. There you go, challenge complete, size doesn't matter. 25, 50, so we're at 65, let's do it again. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. Radio. We have 5 points, no, 65, 75, we're way off, let's go again. That might do it, no it won't. 90. Oh, that's pathetic. I know, let's go again. Get it again. Let's go again. No. Now we're going too far the other way. No. I think we've got one more good hit to do. That's not it. No! What is that? Maybe. Yes, challenge complete from small things. Alrighty. So I go back into my challenge log now. That's 2 down. Incomplete. We've done 2. In Gold Saucer, we've done the top 2. There's no gates running at the moment. I can't go into a Chocobo race because I'm in Duty Finder. I think Triple Triad I have the same problem, and Lord Verminion, so we might leave those as well. Alrighty. What can we do next? Well, we can go looking for Fates and Lev quests. Or crafting and gathering. Let's have a quick look at my fishing log. I know, so what I'm doing now is I'm just having a look to see where I haven't found fishing spots. Really? Well, okay then. We are going to become a fisherman. I'm going to fill in some fishing spot gaps. Which is only going to help me with, oops, where's my fishing log again? Lower Noscean, down to, we're going to go down to the Moraby Dry Dock. So we've done Candlekeep Key. Oh, we know these three. So we know Saltstrand, Moraby Dry Docks, and Candlekeep Key. I think there might be one here, so it might be worth, or here, sorry. No, that's probably there. How many are we lost? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's go back to Limsa. I know, apologies, we're going to have a fishing interlude prior to our fishing, because we're going to go fishing next episode as well. And I'm going to go find some things. I'm waiting, so this is another part of your Moogle Treasure Hunt is the waiting. So what you do is you just look for things you can do that can be interrupted. What can we buy with 10 tomes, do you ask? Well, I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm curious. Newest irregular, which is this one. You own 10 right down the bottom because it's in descending order. Ooh. Magic Prism for Job Mastery. A Taoist Moogle. A Hatchling Earring. That's kind of cute. A World Apart Orchestrion Roll. I don't have that one yet. Okay, so there are a few things we can buy. We could buy the bottom 3 and then the Orchestrion Roll. What's Torajiro? It's a minion. An unknown card. Or I could go for a Jubilant card. See, these are all of these things we can do. What's the writing map do? Including everything from land elevation. I guess it just speeds up how fast you go in places. We might have to look into that. Let's we're not getting a magic prism, but I don't think I can just turn away a Taoist Moogle. What is it again? Hang on. It's a minion, yes. Let's add to our minion collections. We'll exchange for that one. There we go. Right click, left click, trade. We might go for a hatchling earring, although where I'm going to put that, because I have to actually try it. So I don't think I have one yet. It might be cute though. So we'll buy that one to exchange. Okay. A World Apart Orchestrion Roll. Let's do that. Don't right click. So the reason you can actually check to see if you know it first. If you hover over that, about the third line down the description says unobtained or unregistered. So I might own it, but I might not have registered, but I don't think so. So let's just left click and exchange. Alright, now we're down to 1 tomestone, so we need to go and do something else again. Okay. Very good. However, we did get a new minion, so we're gonna... Oh, we need to sell that fish. Okay, Orchestrion Roll, right click, use, boom, added to your Orchestrion list. Taoist Moogle, right click, use. Oh, achievement unlocked, follow the leader. What's that unlocked for? Let me just go to achievements and see what that's about. Achievements, the last 5, just give it time to load up. It's not a challenge log achievement, so it's something else. Oh, here we go. Collect 30 follow type minions. I didn't even know that was a thing. Huh. Alright. So where do I find that then? It's probably... I don't know. Okay, it won't be in battle, or maybe character. Gold saucer. Bet you it's under here. Yes. Okay. No, it might not be. Oh, no, there's your Chocobo racing stuff. Triple Triad card. Okay, yeah, it'll be in here. Oh, wow. 90 Triple Triad cards. How far off am I? Away. Quite away. Alrighty. Let's see what else we can find. Triple Team. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, there are a lot of things in here. Lots of Triple Triad. Yep. Okay, enemy at the gate. So these are gates. I've successfully completed one of the, well, one of the few gates I participated in. Dream small. Here you go. Okay. Oh, what is that? Is that a? It's a minion. 24. Complete the first 24 Verminion challenges. So this is Verminion down here. And as you can see, there are a lot of things that you can earn from it. Oh my gosh. It's an orchestrion roll. Oh, now we have to do Mahjong. Oh dear. I'm terrible at that. Alrighty, so that is your Gold Saucer achievements in under your achievement list. We are learning a lot today, aren't we? I have 5 quick arm materials for skill. Oh, that needs to go somewhere. Right, let me just right click and sort. Oh, I suppose we could desynthesize this. The eunuch crayfish. Desynthesizable. Yeah. We have a culinary level that'll let us do that. And I guess we can desynthesize the Chirurgeon. King among eunuch crayfish and lord of the waters of the vein. There you are. Alright, we will desynthesize that thing, see what we get out of that. If we regret it, we can always go catch another one. Alright, and we'll desynthesize the ordinary crayfish. Boom. I like that. Ooh. Well, I like that even better. An elegant tin piece. Okay. So now I have some pieces to sell. What was I doing? I know, I'm still waiting. Still waiting for the dead ends. A lot of people will do Party Finder, which just makes it harder to get gigs in Duty Finder. But whatever suits your style. I can always talk to my free company and see if anyone's got some spare time to join me, but I won't do that on screen. My general rule of thumb is if I'm part of a group like a free company in this game or other groups in other games, then I tend not to do things on screen with them because it's respectful of their privacy, unless I have their permission, in which case they know that I'm recording. And I always organise that beforehand because otherwise it just makes for awkward relations. So yeah, so if you're a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber, nice rule of thumb is to always ask if you're going to involve people from your free company or whichever group you're part of. What were we doing? We were doing more of these, oh, we were going fishing, that's what we were doing. Well, I don't need to run around. Yes, I do. I need to go up to here. We're going to go into the lower... No, we're going to go to middle Noscean so we can go to the top of lower Noscean so that we can work our way down. Alrighty, so to do that, we're just going to grab the Zephyr Gate and we're going to dip you down over to there. Which will land us here. If we have a look in our fishing log, we will see that we know all of the fishing spots in this area already. So that's kind of cool. I should eat something because A, it clears my backpack. And B, I'll just try and eat something that's gathering related if I've got anything. I did go nuts and sell a whole bunch of food on the grounds that I wasn't using it. And I had like almost a whole page of food. Did I eat it? I ate it after 29 minutes of an extra 3% XP and some nice bonuses in gathering. Alright, we're not going to try and catch every fish in each fishing hole. We're just going to try and unlock the fish or uncover where the fishing holes are. So that's all we're going to do. Just take our time fishing while we wait for our dungeon to pop. If it hasn't popped by the time I want to log on to the, book into the fishing thing, which is fairly soon. I think I had an hour and 11 minutes, and that was nearly an hour ago. So up to Lower Noscean. Oh no, it's I got my first blue mage skill here by accident, killing bats. That was funny. Alright, I'm looking for water because I don't know if we can fish in this underground area. Let's see if this is a sneaky little fishing hole that we can fish in. It's freshwater. Let's assume it's freshwater. So I'm going to select. I'm just going to grab my versatile lure. Where is it? There it is. You only really need one of them. I have 10 in case they break. Let's see if we can chum it. We can chum it, therefore we can fish it. You cast your line at the undiscovered fishing hole, which is what's down here in the bottom. 3. Something bites. We pull in a crayfish, a bone crayfish, and data on the Blind Iron Mines fishing spot has been added to your fishing log. Rightio. Now I only have 6 more. Is it 5 more to go? So these are the Blind Iron Mines, are they? Right. Let's head on out. Not that way. I was heading in the wrong direction. In this case, we do want to go into the light. It's been a while. Alright, let's have a look at our map and see if we can spot any water on our map up here. Not really. If I zoom in a bit. I'm wondering what that is. That looks like a ridge, but maybe there's a pond or something up here. Didn't we do this in our Thieves Guild? Sorry, our Rogues Guild quests? I know there's a pond over there. Why don't we go and check that one out? See if that's a fishing spot. Oh, that's a shadow. That's not a pond, but there is a pond at the base of that mountain. Right, so we'll loop around to it. Well, I'm doing the top part first because I know that I've done most of the bottom part. We're just ignoring that, and hopefully they'll keep ignoring us. They are much lower level than we are, so we should be invisible to them. Alright, so that's what that little ridge is there. There's nothing up here. I could probably Google it, but this is one of those things where I don't really feel justified in looking for it. Yeah, that's the gateway into Eastern Noscean if you want to get to Wineport. If you want to get to Costa del Sol, you want to go this way. And go, just run up that road there. However, we're up here and there's some cliffs overlooking an ocean, and how can I resist the urge to fish off that? So let's go and do some fishing. Alright, so that will take you up to Costa del Sol. You just have to keep running a little bit once you get past the gate. Oh my gosh, it is such a long way down. Alright, it's ocean, so we probably don't want to be fishing. Oh, we have a versatile lure on, don't we? That's pretty good. Plumpworm. Rotano Sea. We probably don't want to fish with that then. Freshwater. Lugworm. Ocean fishing. Let's see if we can chum. We can chum, therefore we can fish. We cast our line at the undiscovered fishing hole. Yes. Oh, we get a bite. Nice. I'm watching to see if I can fish. I can mooch 2, which is use a certain hooked fish of average size to attract a bigger fish. Data on cedar wood is added to your fishing log. Oh no, we're still waiting. 24 minutes we've waited. As a healer. I think people are doing the lower level ones first because they pop more often. We might try that after we've done our fishing. That's right, I've caught a bigger fish. What did I catch this time? I caught a blue octopus. Thank you. Okay, well, we know what's in there. Well, we don't know what's in there, but we will have, if you go into your fishing log, we're at Cedarwood, And you'll see that any of the fish we've caught before that end up at this fishing hole are fish that that are automatically added. That, however, that one's new. Rightio, let's go. Alright, so where's Cedarwood on the map? I go. I'm pretty sure this whole area here is Cedarwood. But the Grey Fleet is down here. I'm thinking maybe that's another fishing spot, so we're going to check it out. We're not going to attack that with our fishermen because we're not suicidal. Besides, I don't want to get puked on with fish. Ew. So this is either going to be another Cedarwood fishing hole, or it could be a grey sails one. I think it's probably a Cedarwood, but let's check. You just need to have a spot that's not overlooking rocks. Are you fishing? No, you're just staring at the windmills because you love them. I don't think we're going to be able to fish off here, but right, at least we can't jump off here because I tell you what, I probably would have fallen off many times. Alright, we cast our line into Cedarwood. Alright, we might as well catch whatever it is that's in there then. They don't like my bait here. No, they do like my bait. What did we catch this time? Yes, we are going to mooch that. A Milthor goby. What else can we catch in here? Maybe we can catch Mr. Mystery Fish. Or not, or not. Why do I get the feeling that mystery fish is a 3 exclamation mark fishy? This is a blue octopus? Blue octopus. Alright, pack it up. Speaking of packing it up, I think it's time to pack it up here as well. Guys, if you have enjoyed this episode and watching me fill time while I attempt to get into the weekly challenge, please hit that like button. And if you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. I think our next fishing hole is going to be down there, but I have a feeling we're going to head back to Limsa and see if we can board the boat. Oh no, there's a little river down this way. Actually, there's that fishing hole down here. We might just fish in that just before we head back to Limsa, because I think that would totally finish the fishing holes up here. Well, I mean, it's here, we're here. Can I chum it? Yeah, no, that's not a fishing hole. There you go. Okay, guys. On that note, I am going to leave you. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. I'll check you later. Take care out there.